Welcome. Good afternoon. Sean Hicks coming at you here. New Year's Eve. Free pick show here on a Friday. Should we call this like a championship Friday, right? We got two semis going in college football. Welcome on into the show. If you watched the free pick video yesterday or last, and I should say for the Win the Free Pick page there, we had we said let's go. I think we said Wakey in the over here, right? Or over, I don't remember. Yesterday, though, in the video, we cashed some games, right? What do we go? 2-0-1, right? With our college football, whiskey, push or a win. Under, and what was the other game here? Under Michigan State, we got there. Basketball. Anyway, so NFL, 70-61. NHL, we had a puck line winner, 23-23. NBA, 30-39. Today we have the Lakers under the 226. College football, 95-78. We'll be looking at the Michigan-Georgia game over to 45.5. College hoops, High Point plus the 27.5 here in the show. I got to tell you, I bet it last night myself. I got a 25.5. Not the best number. My thinking is still they don't run it up on Tubby. Kentucky legend. I don't think Cal's going to run it up for him. Listen, early game. Anybody there is going to want to be respectful to the guy. I mean, besides the fact that he's like 90 years old. I mean, Tubby's been coaching a long time. Brought a championship to Kentucky. I don't think, 25, 26, 27 points. I think we're kind of safe here. I don't think they really want to hurt the guy's feelings like that. So that's my thinking on that game. Again, could be stupid thinking. You know what? That's fine. I know sometimes I got to look outside the normal realm of why we like teams, right? Because Kentucky, yeah, they can win this game by 40. Absolutely. More talented? Sure. But there are spots where you have old coaches, old assistants, stuff like that. I don't think we get a big a run up here. So that's why I kind of like old High Point getting a chunk today. I'm going to put the games in the chat here. Welcome on in. I'm heading on over to YouTube here. All right, we're on YouTube. Wonderful. Let's go to a little Facebook, see what's happening there. Are we nothing on Facebook, huh? No. Here we go. Is this right now? 2 minutes ago. Wonderful. Hey, there you go. I'll give myself a like there. And we are on Twitter, although not a real _ Higgs. We're on free _ winning on the Win a Free Pick channel. Midday money, let's go. So, let's say hello to everybody in the chat first before I get into a little soliloquy. Michael, good afternoon. How are you today? Tennessee got robbed yesterday. Tough, man. That was a tough one. What am I going to say? I had Tennessee -3. We had a nice, I think, 7-game win streak going in college football, bowl games. Didn't get there. That was tough. It was tough for sure. What am I going to do? We just move on. Again, this is one of those spots I tell you all the time, like I hate like watching games live and stuff like this. This game was crazy. I felt, I saw we scored earlier 7-0. I'm like, all right, you know what? The ride is on. This game's going to be like 31-14. That's that. Yeah, well, what am I going to do, Michael? What am I going to do? Rich B hitting the like button. I appreciate it. Thoughts on Niagara and Quinnipiac? I kind of like, both these guys haven't played in a couple weeks. I think Niagara's 2 weeks, Quinnipiac 3 weeks. Was it still 2? This line's still 2 here? Quinny? Down to 1.5 people jumping on Niagara. I want to say maybe just lean to the under here, Michael. I mean, people bet Niagara, okay. Both teams off long pauses. I mean, weeks. Had they been practicing against each other, okay. Again, my numbers got this right at 2. No, I'm not running. I mean, to run out and bet this game, not doing it. I would maybe lean to the under. Gun skill. What do you say, fella? Welcome. Good to see you. Happy New Year to you. NBA picks. Suns in hockey, Edmonton Oilers. So believe it or not, I have a bet on Boston today. I got Boston at 4. And just throwing out there, when I bet a NBA game, my money involved 67%. I'm 14-7, so I'm against you with with your Sun selection there. And on the ice, nothing really was jumping on the ice today. I mean, Edmonton should beat the Devils. They beat up bad teams. I understand. Do I want to lay 140-ish, 150? I mean, I have to do puck line if I'm going to. I just New Jersey's bad. Edmonton is okay. And again, if you look at who they've beaten, they beat the bad teams. And New Jersey definitely qualifies as a bad team. Again, for me, I don't want to lay 150 with a bad team. I'd have to do puck line. Dr. Ward, Happy New Year. Thanks for coming in, good doctor. Any thoughts on Cincy Bama? Want to take the points at Cincy? I think after Bama destroyed Georgia, people are going to bet them. Yes, let's talk about that. So, you know what? As I said, I bet, I think 21, 22 games, my bowl games. I'm 7-1 last 8, 10-6, which is a tidy 63% in my bowl selections. I still got a few up here. This is a game, the Alabama Cincinnati game. I didn't run out to bet right off the bat. Didn't run out to bet it. I still haven't betted Michael. At 13.5, initially, I'm like, you know what? Let's take Bama. 13.5. Just got to win by 2 touchdowns, right? People are going to bet Bama's going to go up. And here we are, 3 weeks later. The line still has not moved. And as you mentioned them, how they struggle against, back to your point here, against Auburn and Florida. Yeah, how about losing to A&M? You started out slow against A&M. How about your game against LSU? Arkansas. You played some teams. It wasn't like a vintage kind of Alabama's the juggernaut. You've seen them struggle. And you saw Cincinnati play their 2 best teams. I guess we could say Houston and Notre Dame. And they beat those guys. And not that, people want to mock Houston. They scored a win over an SEC team. And the SEC team, let's be honest, SEC teams in this bowl season have been terrible. Okay, South Carolina was a 10-point dog. Actually, it was a 9-point dog, went to 13 or 14. And I sort of like South Carolina. I was like, why is this line going like? I like them at 9, at 13. I should have bet them. I didn't. But North Carolina's not a team to be laying those kind of points. Every time that every other SEC team is a loser. A loser. I mean, and I had Tennessee thinking they're going to run it. They're basically kind of like a home game. The crowd's behind you. You couldn't get it done there. A 6-point line move. Actually, more went up. I think the line moved even more. Alabama's a good team. You want to knock Cincy? I don't know. Cincy took care of the teams in front of them. They had a couple of hiccups, right? They didn't blow out teams. I like the under, I think. I could see this game being under. But on the same token, would we be shocked if Alabama just shows up like they did against Georgia? Now, I had Georgia over Alabama, thinking, no, you know what? Who scored? 17 points the most Georgia has given up. And yet here comes Alabama in a 41-point, dropping a 41 on them even. I don't know. I do not know. You've heard Saban's comments about point spreads, like what he said. Would we be shocked to see a 55-30 Alabama? That wouldn't shock me here. Would it shock me to see a 30-20 game or 27-20, some kind of lower score game? I would lean under. I like the under in this spot a little more than a side, because I think since he's going to want to, D up and run the ball, milk the clock. You don't want Alabama to get on the field. You take your chances in a low-scoring game. And then it goes back to betting games. Yes, Alabama, Cincy. It's number 1 versus number 3, whatever the rankings are. I don't even know. You want to bet it? This is somebody who's bet for 35 years of my life, 34, whatever it is. It's a game I would lean to maybe the dog, maybe the under. I'm just not betting it. It's might be a game to watch. Obviously, I mean in game it. I don't have I didn't bet it. I haven't bet it. I doubt I'm gonna bet it, especially ahead of time. I mean, unless something drastic happens for me to bet this game. Wisconsin covered. I thought they won. They won the game. I thought they'd win a little more. I thought I thought it'd be maybe like a 30-6 type game, Carl. Happy New Year, Gun. Longwood, Merrimack. I kind of like Merrimack here, and the line went from 2.5 last night. I was like, maybe I take a little Merrimack. I've had them a couple times. Now it's up to 4.5. I don't know if I want to do the over. Merrimack plays. They're just a weird team. I maybe lean to the under here. I got this. I mean, it's 129.5 last night. I got this at like 125, 126. So I would lean to the under, Richie. Happy New Year, Bill. How are you today? Charleston over Delaware, the Blue Hens. Is it still 3? Hasn't moved. It was 3 last night. I looked just about an hour ago. Didn't really change. Yeah, again, I like Delaware. This is right. I had this at 2.5, 3 myself. So for me, value-wise, there's not much to go either way. But if you want to take Charleston, we can do it. No limits in the house. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you, guy. Hope you're having a good one. Big X, same to you also. Thank you. Marcos in the like button. I appreciate it. Tim Earl's in the house. Good morning, Mr. Tim. What's on Earl Sports Agenda today? What do you got, hockey? People here like the Oilers, Tim. They asked about Edmonton. I said I have to do a puck line. I know Devils are bad, but the Oilers beat up kind of bad teams. I'm not loving that. I don't think Vegas should be a $2 fave, but I can't take the Ducks. They're a little messy right now. I'm not looking to get involved there. Maybe over Tampa. This line's a little weird. Tampa could be getting guys back. I don't know. Come in with some ice thoughts here. Central Connecticut, St. Francis. Thoughts. Believe it or not, I got the under 136.5 in the St. Francis game. It's a premium play. Speaking of premiums, listen. How about for Christmas, New Year's gift? You go buy my 3-day pass. Right now, you go get 16 games, including a best bet tonight and some bowl action. 16 games up. Go get them. $31.99 for 3 days. All right. And NFL's going to be about 52%. Bowls are 63%. College basketball, 55%. NBA, 67%. You'll make some money. Dave M., Happy New Year. Look at the rosters. A&M lined up in the trenches since he doesn't. Miami plays Alabama team total first half over and full game over 35. So Alabama team total. So Alabama first half over and their full game over 35. A&M. I can't. I don't know why I don't think Cincinnati won't line up in the trenches with them. I think they're gonna be all right in head to head with them. Again, I didn't bet this game, Nathan. I'm not gonna tell you don't bet it if you think they're gonna come out and blow them out early. I mean, if you got full game over 35. I mean, what is – so you think it's going to be – I mean, at that point – so who do you like in that game? If you think the full game is over 35, do you like the game to go over 57? You think Alabama's going to cover that? I mean, you think it's 35-0? Northeastern minus the 9, Quinny plus versus St. Francis minus. So Northeastern, it's 9, So it was 8.5 last night. I was looking at this total here. It was 129. Now it's 127. So maybe an under there. I like Northeastern. We're a Husky kind of guy. We've had them a few times. If you want to lay the 9, okay. I did not bet it. Now you got Quinny plus the point. Quinny are they plus points or minus points? I thought Quinny was laying 2. That one, again, against Niagara, did not bet it. And St. Francis, PA, laying in double digits there, huh? I don't know if I want to lay the 10. Maybe an overplay there. I do like Francis more than PA Francis, more than New York Francis. But you want to do it, okay, Marcos. And again, we have what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 9, 10 games today. Are we? You're really running out to bet the MAC games here, and let's see who's playing. There are guys that just all of a sudden you see these lineups, and all of a sudden guys are out. I'm not, I bet 2 games today. Well, I had 3. I had Elam plus 6 early, and that game got canceled an hour before tip-off, so we'll see what happens here. Oilers over to 6 from Earl Sports. Rangers moneyline team total over in regulation against Tampa Bay. Ducks taking a big money duck play there, I guess, against Vegas. Okay, why not? And the Capitals over 5.5. All right. Suns -3. No Tatum for Boston. Also love Georgia Knight versus Michigan. So, as I mentioned, Dave, I'm on the other side of that. I have some Boston +4. And as I mentioned, my NBA, when I bet it, 14-7, 67%. So we'll see how we do here head to head. Georgia-Michigan game, I have a best bet on that. We will not be talking about that, although I do have the total up here going over. Stay away from long games because it's chaotic. Yeah, it is. Like, glad you noticed it, No Limit, because people want to run out and bet crazy games here when it's, it's just weird time. I mean, guys, I don't know what the protocol stuff is wacky. For that, about $31, $31.99. There you go. You know what I get out of that? 12 big bucks, baby. That's it. I get a, what is that? That's, I'm a big guy. That's like 2 burgers over at Whataburger and a mint shake. Marco, Seton Hall or Sacred Heart. I'm saying Seton Hall. So we got the Heart +8 here in college basketball. I just hate when there's games like that because I like Brian. I had Brian the other day and they did not show up for the game. But I've had Hart a couple times here. It's at 8 now. It was 7.5. I'm looking at my little sheet here from last night. I mean, Brian crushed him by 30 last year. But again, that's last year. LAU, Harvard. I mean, again, 4-point win over Central Connecticut State. I had them laying 9. I mean, I think Brian is the better team. It's come up. I mean, I'll lean with you on Brian there. I mean, I'm not liking Sacred Heart for you. Again, it's not a game I bet, Marcos. Not a game I bet. I have to agree with you under Lakers Blazers. Yeah, the Lakers. It's just a lot of points. It's a whole lot of points. Cincy plus the points. Georgia minus the points, says Marcos. Reynolds, all right. Alabama rolled. Nick Saban, 2 weeks of prep is checkmate. Took down Georgia by 17. They'll cover the 13.5. Well, I mean, that would be the thinking, right? But again, we've seen them struggle. Florida, LSU, Arkansas. I mean, this team, Cincinnati, let's be honest, they've been waiting for this moment. And I'm not comparing them to Notre Dame. Alabama's not Notre Dame. Alabama's definitely not Houston. But they have competed when they had to. And I know last year people bring up the Georgia game in the bowl for Cincinnati. And Georgia had guys out in this and that. And they were a close game. I don't know. 13.5 for me tells me Cincinnati because I just think, again, when I see 6.5s or 2.5s, I automatically think people are thinking, oh, the team just got won by a field goal or a touchdown, or in this case, just 2 touchdowns, right? So I would lean dog. Did not bet it. Quinny is plus money now against Niagara. Wow. Well, okay. I mean, that is, you know what? I guess I'm leaning Niagara there. If that game's totally flipped from +2 to they were -2 to +2. So give me Niagara. What's going on there? That is not people coming into the chat here talking about how they like Niagara. That is someone who knows who's playing or some kind of game plan, whatever's going on. Niagara is the play at 2:00, 1 hour away. Elon game is canceled. Yes, it did get canceled. Yes, it is canceled. NBA still no betting allowed. Michigan over and adding +7 because go blue. I like the over there with you. And again, I got a best bet going in that game. And again, for $31, you'll get that game and 16 others that I have as of right now. So, Mango Cincy has never been on a big stage, and Bam has every year. I hate to say it, even though we bet them this year. Roll Tide. There's nothing wrong with that angle. I understand. I mean, for them, though, a big stage when they played Georgia last year. Granted, this is a huge stage. This is short of the national championship game, this is where you want to be, right? Happy profitable New Year to me and the llama. The llama is back. There he is. He's back there. He's back there. Christmas decorations are away. The Christmas penguins away. Nice hot cocoa's away. The llama is back in the show. I think I'm going to switch things around. I think I'm going to move the desk over here by the window. So this will be behind me, and then we'll have maybe the llama will be center stage, and I got my Miami Hurricane banner. Bulls -3 looks too easy. We're talking NBA. NBA, nothing but action in the NBA. Bulls Pacers, 3.5 now. Did it open at 4? This line opened at 4. Tell me it opened at 4 and it's come down, because you know what? We will be looking at Indiana then and the points. Yes, it was a 4 down to 3. Let's go Pacers, Bill McDonald. William Mary covered against Hofstra. Why can't they cover plus 9.5 today? Oh, yeah, why can't they? I mean, that's. I mean, if we're doing stuff like that, Bill, why can't they? They played way over their head, I think, that game. But I think NE is themselves off a game with opposite. They're a 4-point fade. They lose by 15. They shoot terrible, and you let an opposing team. You let a team shoot 52% today, and I like Elon today, but you let them shoot 52%. I think you come out a little more defensive. This is a pretty good defensive team here normally. And William Mary has been they're a poor shooting team, barely 40%, and then you're off a big win, right? I mean, you're a 16-point dog winning outright. I think I had Hofstra that game, believe it or not. So I don't know. I think William Mary's pretty bad, but again, do I want to like double digits? Basically win by 10, not particularly, but to run out and bet the Tribe, yeesh, that's a lot of New Year's cheer right there, baby. I'm done, Higgins. I'm just done. I'm done. Well, what happened there, Markel? What happened? You're done. Hitting the like button now. I have to go check the smoker. There we go. Brisket wings, Brussels sprouts. The heck? I mean, what is the Brussels sprouts will poison the wings and brisket? Happy New Year. NBA card. Phoenix. I'm against you. Pacers. Yes. Dallas, Sacramento over. No opinion. Spurs. You got to take the Spurs. +7. That looks like that's a fishy line to me there, Mr. Earl, considering how well the Spurs are playing, right? Thunder, I almost threw out here in the chat. And Portland, we're not going to say anything about fading the Lakers, right? So that's okay. Merrimack minus the points. I do like Merrimack there. What do we got here? Merrimack is up to 4.5. It was 2.5 last night, so I'm going to say ride it. Let's go. Santa Barbara went over by 2. Killed a 3-teamer. Well, the best way to go 2-1 is putting a 3-team parlay, Marco. I feel for you. Always bad losing by a basket, but they do work themselves out, right? I say this all the time. I've had a stretch college basketball like early on, a lot of like 1-point losses, half point here, 1.5, like close games, and all of a sudden we have a monster December run with college basketball. We're hitting like 60% because we're getting those wins by a point or two instead of losing by a basket. It is a game of inches, as they say. They hit, it is what it is. It's tough. There are plenty of good free people out there. I'm not saying there's not, Dave. I get it. And I give out a lot of free picks here, So, and speaking of freebies on here, so last night, if you're on Twitter, if you go to like my tweets, somebody was making fun, and I don't throw out, I short of, I'll say his name, Vegas Dave. We don't really talk about other sites. I don't come in and bash people by name here or stuff like that. So, but I'll bring up this one cat, and people know Hoops Peterson on Twitter is a VSiN guy. And I met him. I met a lot of VSiN cats. Some of them follow me. They're friendly, nice guy. Known for a couple of years. This guy go out to Vegas for the super contest, whatever. So it's, and he puts up all the game, right? He puts up his lines for every single game. This is what they are. And someone's like bashing him. So last I'm like, how can you come in here and like ridicule a guy who gives out 100 free picks a day? The guy gives out 100 free picks. oh, they're losing and the 200 games. I'm like, man, and I say this all the time here for the newbies. There's bad breaks. You get them. I mean, we've seen them this year. You win, you lose. Folks, 200 games is nothing. And to complain about somebody who puts stuff up there and has a podcast or a show, like, what are you doing? Welcome to sports betting. Welcome in. You're going to win, you're going to lose. I say this all the time, right? Baseball, we had a 3-20 run in baseball. You know what? We still had a 500 season record-wise and ended up plus money because all of our futures coming. You're going to have bad streaks. You're going to have bad breaks. If you want to do this for fun, that's great. Don't complain about it. You're having fun, right? You get up, you go to work, you come home. Who do I got today? Wonderful. Free picks galore. But time is money, right? I mean, I don't consider – I do throw out the thing if you want to buy the picks, Dave. You know, it is what it is. I mean, I say this all the time. You buy my $31 package for 3 days, I get $12. So people say, oh, you guys, you sell picks because you can't pick them. No, I got into selling picks because it was 20 years ago. Picks, sports betting wasn't legal in the United States except for Vegas. So it was a good way to have extra income. I was already doing the work. I knew a guy who had sites. I got on. Here I am 17 years later doing the same thing. It's fun. I like it. I get on here every day, give out picks. We win, we lose. Sling arrows, I don't care. I'm an honest guy. I tell you, I'm not like a sharp guy. I'm not a line mover or line maker. I don't consider myself a tout. I'm a bettor. I'm a grinder. A lot of games, I grind it out. We win, we lose, we move on. I say it all the time. Windshield in front of the car, humongous. Rearview mirrors behind you. It's like betting. Don't worry about it. Bet it, forget it. Don't wrap yourself up into it. Here we go. Rob Franklin's in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Brussels sprouts are poison and biscuits. Yes, they will, Stimmy, right? Who the heck's having Brussels sprouts with biscuits and wings? What the heck? You know I'm having wings? Blue cheese. Blue cheese. I'm scooping the blue cheese out. I'm putting it in a bread bowl and eating blue cheese. Oh, Dave, you're going to get it with me all the time. I mean, a lot of time I'll mention the premium stuff sometimes, but I always throw out, it's not like I throw out one or two free picks. We win, we lose. It is what it is. Come in. I like coming, people. I like you come in and chat. I enjoy it. Happy New Year, Stimmy. You also. Stimmy, you have a blessed New Year. Have a good, safe New Year's Eve. And I'll talk to you next year, apparently. Just for the chat. Number props. Yeah. Especially NBA props. How are we doing NBA props when guys are coming out? Marcus Morris for Clippers. No Paul George. Points, rebound, assists, 35 past 4 games. Tonight it's 27 and 29. I'm going to keep riding it. Yeah, for NBA, and again, for the show-wise, and I said this, we started the show, the Midday Money, last year, right at the end of February for conference tournaments. And it went into baseball, and a lot of people came in for, first fives. Well, we got into first fives as the season progressed. we were moving. Just, honestly, I didn't have the time to do that. It was not a productive environment. We had kids homeschooling. It was ridiculous, with lockdowns. NBA, though, and I said this again, going forward, I'll be adding more as the new year starts. New season. I'll be adding the first five, or not first five. Well, first five, yes, but player props for baseball with the strikeout props for these pitchers. Absolutely something we'll be looking into more in the season. The hits, possibly, but the strikeouts for pitchers, absolutely for our player props. And NFL, maybe I'll put one or two out. I just think to do the props for player props NFL on a Sunday, one, it's every game. I can't give, every game, there's player props for every game. There's all types of things. So now you're talking 15 games, whatever it is on a Sunday, Thursday through. Maybe I'll put one or two out. It's just a lot to just find one, right? And NBA, I don't think I'll ever put NBA props down simply because these guys, you don't know before the game, and I'm doing shows 7 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours before game time. So I can never, cause, again, as Dave and Cal will say, people come into a pro person and be like, oh, your picks stink. How? I give you the truth. I don't know who's playing in half these college basketball games. I bet them ahead of time. What am I going to do? NBA, the same thing. Why we don't throw out a lot of NBA? I don't like the NBA. it's opt out, right? Not opt out, but we're going to have load management days. It is tough to bet NBA, and people who make money on it. Good for you. Good. Hats off to you. It is the toughest. People say NFL, I've been making 54, 55% for NFL the last 12 years, over 1,000 something plays. I'll take my chance NBA. And people say that's the hardest. To me, NBA is the hardest because I don't know who's playing. And as a guy with a family, I'm not sitting around waiting for some guy who makes $16 million to decide if he wants to play today for me. Not happening. I'll make my money in college basketball. Yes, I am. 100% honest. You get what you get, right? You don't get upset, Dave. You get what you get from me. Where's Gloria K? She'll tell you. My giant potato head's here to spout the truth. Trying to win some money. I want to do it for fun. I'm playing for fun. I understand. Listen, and the parlays and those huge teasers, I get it. And I tell you, sometimes I see them, I'll put in a couple. I'm like, ooh, look at this payday. But, you hit one every once in a while, then you get cocky. Kind of like Michigan plus 7.5 today, Rob Franklin. So Georgia, Michigan, I do have a best bet up on. Hell no to blue cheese. Get out of here, bro. If you're coming in here with some ranch, get that out of here. Get out of here. I eat mayo out of the jar. No blue cheese. What are you doing, Markel? Where's the block button, everybody? Happy New Year to you, Higgs, and everyone. It's my birthday today. There you go. Happy birthday. Happy New Year. Chilling in Miami down in South Beach. I like it. 10 days of sun. Be back in Detroit. Listen, I don't know. I landed in Detroit for a connecting flight, and I was there for about an hour. Airport was kind of nice, I got to say. I had a little meal there. The bathroom was clean, But, I take Miami over Detroit in January 100 out of 100 times, I got to say, Mark. But listen, be safe down there, New Year's Eve, a lot of wackos. It's amateur hour, man. Crazy drunk people. So watch yourself. A legend. And I'm a legend in my own mind. To be honest, NBA props would be easier now because you can play around with the injuries. Yeah, but again, Tim, you got to – for me, I'm not sitting around seeing who's playing, who's not, guys in, guys out. I'm not. I'll be happy. And I say this all the time. If I leave money out, not betting an NBA prop or a play, I will. I'll leave it. I'll get it another way. I'll get it in college hoops. I'll score it in a college football game or in a NFL game or something. NFL for me, NBA for me, it's 21 games I got this year. I just bet my 22nd NBA game of the year. And on the flip side of that, I have 400 college basketball games bet. How many? 222, 327, 427, 428, minus 419 college basketball games. And I bet 27 NBA games. 21 and 22 NBA games after today because I bet the Celtics. Bulls -3. I'm on the other side, Rob. I bet hard-earned llama money on the Celtics today. Player props not easy. No. Brian Rojas here. Just want to drop it, say hello. Happy New Year to you. Thanks for coming in. Terry. Happy New Year to you. Another Florida person, right, Terry? Terry won our Jason Taylor jersey. Mayo's terrible. Miracle Whip. Oh, stop. Miracle Whip. I don't ruin my wings with ranch or blue cheese. Well, if you're going to have a dip, it's got to be blue cheese. I love my wings, And depending on the heat, although as I'm getting older, I'm getting away from the hot. I used to love like a nice, pretty hot wing, but now I'm kind of into, I'll do a little Jamaican jerk seasoning, a little dry rub. I don't like to get messy. Getting old. Feed that blue ranch. Get the hell out of here with the ranch. Jim, Happy New Year. What do you think of a cool Charleston over? Who got Charleston at 153? I could see over that. Yes. Elon is canceled. You missed that game. That is off the board. The Grizzlies -5.5. What do we got here for Memphis Grizzlies? I don't like San Antonio there. And the Suns, I've already bet I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jim. We are opposite sides. I already bet the Celtics, and I don't like the. I like the Spurs. I got one. You got one game there. Elon's off the board. I'm against you on the other two. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. He's back. Plug that puppy in, bro. What are you doing? Your phone. How can your phone die? I'll do my barbecue wings and more barbecue sauce. No, listen. No, barbecue wings are not wings. I was in a hot wing competition, right? Somebody's like, oh, we're going to do it. I forgot where I was at. And they're like, it's a wing competition, right? Hot wing competition. So I got wings, and listen, they're legit hot wings. Good. And I lost like some barbecue wing. Barbecue wings are not hot wings. They're like wings of barbecue sauce. Who the heck eats that crap? No, if I want barbecue chicken, I'm going to have a barbecue chicken. I'm not having barbecue wings. Wings are hot wings. Period. End of story. That's it. That's it. My chat, my rules. That's it. Bulls. Minus the 3.5. No, I do not. I can't. The Bulls, that line's coming down. Everybody's betting the Bulls. I'd be on the Pacers. The Mavericks against the Kings. Yeah, the Kings are a hot mess. Knicks minus 124. I'm not going 194. Niagara, yes. Good on Niagara. Everybody's betting. That line's flipping, and people are still betting Quinny there. So Charleston minus the 160. Again, that's like the top of my food chain there with those minus numbers. Put these back up in the chat here for the show. Yeah. So I got, again, Michigan over for me. I grabbed High Point, Lakers under for the video. The video picks have been all right. We got to get the NBA. Listen, we are 30 and 39 in the NBA in the video. Yeah. Not the best. I got to get it better. But everything else, plus money. Well, NHL is 500, but college football 95-78. College hoops 95-76, 70-61 in NFL. Barely gets us the plus money there, but it's not losing money. Charleston versus Delaware, minus the 3. This is right where I got it at, Rob. We talked about this earlier. I got this at like a 2.5. Not running to bet it. Blazer to the Lake Show. I can't bet the Lake Show. I got the under. Just go under, Quincy. Make yourself money. Go under the total. Portland's bad. Who's scoring for the Lakers? I mean, who's it? Byron Scott suiting up for this team? This team it's not a good team. I'm on the under. 226.5. Right there for you. No Limit says Rangers. I was gonna say I was waiting on some. The lightning line did drop down, so I'm assuming people knew who was going to play for Tampa Bay. So Rangers we can get in. The Red Wings. It's worth a shot because they played Washington tough. The Knights, I'm not laying $2 with the Knights. That don't happen. And Edmonton, we got to be a puck line play. Tim Earl says, fading the Lakers is a full-time job. Yes, it is, Tim. William & Mary in the 9.5. I like Northeastern. I think William & Mary is bad, and they're in off a win. But I just can't. I'm not laying the 10. Again, there's 9 games today. And I just can't believe everybody wants to come in and bet a lot of these games. I mean, I got a couple. I had Elon that was postponed. I got 25.5 last night with High Point. Now it's a little higher. And I got under the 136.5 in Francis, New York. But this game, again, they're right around where I want them to be. There's not much. I need a little bit more of an edge than I think they're going to bounce back after a loss, and a team who overperforms is going to come down. I lean Northeastern. Get a nice basket of Southern fried wings, medium heat, no messy, no greasy fingers, and cold Black Horse beer. Only brewed in Newfoundland. What were you saying yesterday about a pin? Oh, yeah, the pins. So, so the Duke's Mayo Bowl had like little pins, right? And so I'm going to order a little Mayo pin. They had a cowgirl pin. It was like the Mayo Bowl, but it was like a girl in like cowboy boots. And then there was another Mayo Gatorade jug. Well, it's a Mayo jug, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, pins. When we went to Disney, we got pins from like the different rides, and then we came down like Gettysburg. Got a pin in Gettysburg. Got one at the Alamo. We got one at like SeaWorld, NASA. and I drove down. I think I picked up a pin in like Mississippi, like just from different places. I don't know. Oh, all right, definitely, Jim. Where are you on YouTube? Where are you at? You on Twitter? Where can I get your email? Message me there. I gave out my Gmail account once, and all of a sudden I got like bombarded here. Central Connecticut and St. Franny. Central Connecticut's bad. I mean, I like Franny. Timberwolves Jazz over to 221. This is actually a total I can see going over. I can see that one going over there with you, no limit. I can see that one. What's up with this Wake Forest game? It's still 17-10. I got to say, I thought Wake was going to win this one like 55-20. That was my prediction. Kind of like the over there because we were looking for what? 2 scores out of Rutgers? And Wake's going to put up their 45, 50 points, right? All right, wrapping this up. Everybody have a happy New Year. Don't get too hammered tonight. Remember, drink responsibly. But tonight, Michigan over 45.5. We got High Point. See how they do against Kentucky. Again, I don't think they're going to run it up on Tubby. Hopefully not. Cal's got a little bit of class. I like to say I got a low class. It's all low. Hopefully Cal's a little high class and doesn't, I want to see a nice 74-52 win. Keep me right in the number here. And give me the Lakers under tonight. No, not you. No. I think I gave it out in the chat, and all of a sudden you can start getting spam stuff there, Richie. Richie's a winner in a contest. Wake driving 17-10. All right, Jim. I'll get you on Facebook after the show. Michael, Happy New Year to you. Great games today. Everybody be safe. Absolutely. Take an Uber. Stay home. I mean, depending where you live, you might not be allowed out. Bet Wake Live -12.5. There's something you can do. I do that. I have props ready. Get the props out. Let's go. No limit. Come on, 45. I want to do half-hour shows. We're 45, almost 45 in. Happy New Year to you, Rob. Jordan Love Fan Club President. Richie, you too. No limit. I'm waiting for you to put your props up. Then we're getting out of here. I got to go find Jim Pritchard on You're welcome, Nathan. Thank you. I appreciate, listen, I mean, I like everybody just comes in. That's what I like. I could come in and say hello to it. Jim, leave a message on the Facebook chat so I can find you. Pine Bluff Llama's coming in and we're on the way out. What are you doing, Chris Tatum? Happy New Year to you. Merry Christmas. Where you been, my guy? The Llama's back. You see him? The Llama is back. The Llama is back for the new year. Although I might roll something out new for tomorrow. 2022. A new you for 2022. All right, we're getting out of here. I was going to wait for No Limit. I don't know where his props are at, but listen, Happy New Year, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow for a little midday money. And that's it. Here we go. No limits in the chat. Here we go. Kyle Anderson under 22 points, rebounds, and assists tonight. Kyle Anderson with the under as a player prop. You too, my guy. I appreciate it. Nikola over 10 rebounds. Here come the player props. We're rolling in them. The last minutes. Halliburton assists over 7.5. I post them up so people would see them in the chat as we wrap things up. Jaylen Brown over 2.5 threes. I kind of like that one because I like the Celtics today. So we want that one to get there. All righty. Hopefully that's it. So, all right, folks, have a good one. Back Saturday. I'll see everybody.